WRRS.
Hello, Intermediate School, and we welcome you here to channel WRRS on April 11, 2019. I'm Mackenzie.
And I'm Madison. We pride ourselves with bringing you the latest intermediate school news. Let's go to the map outside the office to get the latest update on where homerooms are on the journey across the U.S. Here we are at the map. It looks like everyone's here at North Carolina except for Mrs. Flights, Mr. Rojo, Mrs. Hillman, Mrs. McD are all in Virginia. In Washington we have Mrs. Thomas, Miss Wall, and in Pennsylvania we have Mrs. Ziegenfuss, and then up in New Hampshire we have Mrs. Smith. Great job, back to you.
Thank you for that update. Keep up the good work. Our next stop is Philadelphia, Pennsylvania.
William Penn, an English Quaker, founded the city in 1682 to serve as capital of the Pennsylvania colony.
Philadelphia played an instrumental role in the American Revolution as a meeting place for the founding fathers of the United States.
Philadelphia is also where the founding fathers signed the Declaration of Independence in 1776 and the Constitution in 1787.
One of the most famous residents of Philly was Benjamin Franklin.
Franklin was a leading author, printer, political theorist, politician, postmaster, scientist, inventor, humorist, civic activist, statesman, and diplomat.
Let's watch a video about Independence Hall.
If you're in Philadelphia, then you're on American Revolutionary Ground Zero. Independence Hall, the birthplace of the Declaration of Independence, is right in downtown Philly. Inside these hallowed walls are where America's founding fathers feverishly debated the tenets of the world's first constitutional democracy and plotted insurrection against the British Crown.
My name is William Watson. I'm a National Park Ranger at Independence National Park in Philadelphia. Now, when you come here to Independence Hall, you're going to see, most importantly, the birthplace of the United States. You're going to see the original building. You have the room where the Declaration of Independence is debated and signed, so it's the birth of the United States. You also have the room 12 years after that where the Constitution of the United States is debated and signed.
On June 14, 1775, the Second Continental Congress, with representatives from all 13 original colonies, nominate George Washington as Commander-in-Chief of the Army and set on the road towards drafting the world's most famous strongly worded letter.
That's where the Second Continental Congress took place, and that's where they argued and voted in secret with the shutters closed for that Declaration of Independence.
This is the assembly room where independence is debated and declared in 1775 and 76. It's where 12 years after that, the United States Constitution is debated between May and September of 1787.
Formerly known as the State House of Pennsylvania, Independence Hall most likely got its current name from the French General Lafayette, a man instrumental in helping the colonists defeat the British.
He visited the State House of Pennsylvania, and when he came out, he called it the Hall of Independence. So he may be the guy who named it.
Philly was like the place to be during the period between the writing of the Declaration of Independence and the Constitution. All the greats were there: Jefferson, John Adams, Samuel Adams, Washington, Patrick Henry, and of course, the most famous local,
Benjamin Franklin is here for both occasions. Franklin is one of the most revered statesmen, inventors, scientists in the world at that time. He's here for the Declaration of Independence debates for the Constitutional Convention 12 years later.
Turns out Jefferson had some help writing the Declaration.
There was John Adams, there was Benjamin Franklin, there was Robert Livingston from New York, there was Roger Sherman from Connecticut, and then there was Thomas Jefferson. And Jefferson is probably, of course, the main writer of this document. people know Jefferson as the main author today.
Did you know there are over 80 changes to Jefferson's version of the Declaration? He made some final tweaks that really made it spectacular.
Jefferson was so despondent because they made so many changes in his document that he did what a lot of us do when we're depressed. He went shopping. The best shopping mall went down the middle of Market Street. He bought a thermometer, he bought strings for his musical instruments, and he bought 14 pairs of ladies' gloves. Must have been a presidential sale.
He changed the original phrasing, pursuit of property to pursuit of happiness, which is a very wide-opening statement. So he also said that governments are made by people. So if they're made by people, that means that they're ours. That we have the ability to change them if we see that they're not working for us.
It wasn't until July 8th, when all the bells in the city were ringing, that a crowd of 2,000 gathered behind the State House of Pennsylvania. And the sheriff came out to read the Declaration to the public, the first public reading of the Declaration. And they went wild. And they stormed through the city. Wherever they could find the image of King George III, they took it down and they burnt it. They had bonfires going all that night, fireworks going off, cannons shooting. It was a big event.
You've heard the phrase, sign your John Hancock on the dotted line. That's because John Hancock's signature is the largest one of the Declaration.
It's sort of a apocryphal story that he signed it to where that King George III could see it. We don't know if that's true or not. Possibly he signed it first, so he signed his name largest. And it's important to remember that the document wasn't signed all at the same time.
To go to Philadelphia, check out all the history there.
If you want to learn more, check it out in the library or do some research about Philadelphia.
Do some research on Benjamin Franklin too.
It's time for the I Am Cam with Miss Fridman.
I am cool. I am positive. I am smart. I am strong. Amazing. I am brave. I'm delicious. I love my life. We are amazing. I am strong.
Let's find out more about the library challenge that will be tomorrow.
Something about pie in the face?
Hello everybody, this is a segment for WRRS and to go out for other outlets. Mr. Cardamone and I, Dean of Students and Athletic Director, are been selected for a challenge, a Pie in the Face challenge. Money being collected in our jars, my jar and his jar, will be donated to the library to help purchase books to the Scholastic Book Fair program that we're doing right now. So the more money we make, the more books that Scholastic will help donate to us. They'll match with us what we give into the jars. And the idea of the contest, Mr. Cardamone, is what?
Is whoever has the most money will be pied in the face. And I am currently in the lead with the heavier jug, so please come on out. You still have time to put money in Mr. Gaffney's jar.
Or if you'd like to put more money in Mr. Cardamone, because it still has quite a ways to go to get to the top. I'd like to see reach his up to the top at least, and that would give us a lot of money for our contest and for the pie in his face. And on Friday, we're going to do that on Friday during our assembly.
The more money we raise, the more books we get.
And don't forget to be Red Raider Strong.
You still have time tomorrow morning to make a difference. This brings an end to our broadcast this morning.
Don't forget to show respect for our school, our classmates, family, and community. Be responsible and remember to be safe.
We are respectful.
We are responsible.
We are safe.
We are Red Raiders Strong.
What are we going to be? We are going to be